Good morning. I know it's 11:39. We're late.
You don't have the necessary permission for this. That's right.
Oh shit. Hello, Weronka. We're live.
Hi guys.
Celebrating our 200th episode of JR
And BOBO.
How many have you seen?
2.
5? You've only seen a few?
If you've only seen 5, you have a lot of binging to do. Because it's 195 episodes.
They're out there.
And we talk about, remember an episode, I think it was 72.
72. About the time we went camping. And
the time we went camping.
Is that going to go away? Okay.
Yeah. Episode 72, we went camping.
So we try to do this every time we're both in Los Angeles at the same time, which is very infrequent these days because we're just moving around and doing stuff all the time. And,
Why don't you, while I'm doing this, tell us how is the show going?
Don't even know what it's called, do you? You don't even know the title.
Yes, I do.
What is it? It's a color and it's a rock.
Yeah. Black Monk.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. That makes so much sense.
I'm working on a show. I'm playing a cowboy. That's why I have this stick-on beard that comes off. That would be awesome.
Would be amazing.
I'm working on Yellowstone, which is going to premiere next summer on the Paramount Network. It is about a cattle ranch in Montana, the largest contiguous cattle ranch in America. It's owned by third or fourth generation family, and the patriarch of that family is Kevin Costner. And
I figured it out.
yeah, you worked and figured it out. We use the laptop so we can read your comments and answer questions. And this family is battling the turmoil between themselves and the developing communities around the ranch that want to take over part of it, the native people who feel that their lives and land have been encroached on, and then you have sex and violence, and it's all of that strife and power struggle in a contemporary Western. Kelly Riley, Wes Bentley, Cole Hauser, myself is in it, Jefferson White, Dave Annable, and Denham Richards is in it. Who am I forgetting?
Who's show running it?
It is written and directed by Taylor Sheridan, who directed Wind River, wrote Sicario, Hell or High Water, Soldado. Anyway, it's going to be great. So we're looking forward to seeing that premiere next summer. We're doing a lot of cool cowboy shit, riding around, having a blast. Met great people. It's super fun. Oh, is that coffee? That doesn't look like coffee. What is that? That looks like
bulletproof tea.
It looks like eggnog. Can we talk about bulletproof tea for a second? I've been doing some research.
Okay.
Oh, I made you something and I forgot to bring it to you.
Oh, I bought you something. Like, it feels like years ago.
You know what I made for you? You know what I made for you?
What?
I made ghee.
That's what I put in there.
I know, that's why.
How the hell did you make ghee?
Well, it's you make it at home and you make it. I made it for you and I was going to bring it to you because I know how expensive it is. This idea of bulletproof tea is you put this pat of it's clarified butter without milk, fat, milk solid, and inside your tea or your coffee in the morning. It kickstarts your system.
With MCT oil as well.
With MCT oil, turns everything on, and then you don't eat until the afternoon and burn fat and all that. It's a freaking scam to get you to buy the butter. You can make your own ghee at home. Sorry, I made it and I forgot to bring it. I was this present. I bought you butter. I've never gifted butter to anyone.
How did you?
I'll show you how to make it.
Do you want the gift that I got you?
Give it to me now.
It's right here. Close your eyes.
What is it?
There you go.
Ah! Pineapple socks.
And I bought one for me too, so we can
we can go cycling together. These are amazing.
Yeah, you know how long ago I bought these? Like a really long time.
So I have this fascination with pineapples. They are traditionally given as a housewarming gift, and it's like for good luck and whatever. And years ago when I was a kid, I saw this movie Cabaret, and Liza Minnelli came over to some dude's house and gave him a pineapple. Forget it.
Oh my God, is that what this is from?
Yeah.
You never told me that.
Yeah.
It's one of my
and I'm not a musical fan.
Cabaret's brilliant though.
Well, cabaret.
Cabaret.
So that's why I dig pineapples. Also, I was told that in the South, certain neighborhoods, if you have a pineapple on your lawn, it means that you're a swinger. So that certain couples would put pineapples on the porch or whatever, and that means like, come on in. You know, I have
Is that the voice they use? Hey, come on in there, Mr. Bowen.
Yeah.
We're swingers.
Cool, awesome. Pineapple sucks. What's going on with you? What have you been doing? We need to have catch up.
Catch up. Well, that makes me. I want a burger today.
I have to go play softball this afternoon. Otherwise, I have to go have lunch with you. The softball game is on Saturday, right after this. So if you guys are around the park near the Grove, you can come and watch it in the stands. That'd be kind of cool, huh? Yeah, come by. It's fun. We have 20 guys. A lot of cool people show up and play. You want to play?
Baseball?
Yes.
I played baseball.
That's the one with the broom and the thing that spins around and you have to grab it out of the sky.
The thing that spins around.
Before Tom Felton gets it. Whatever. Okay, what's happening? Tell me some stuff.
There's a lot going on.
Uh-huh. What is your favorite? What are you working on right now? When you wake up and you think like, so we try to create something every day, whether it sucks or not, because you get in the habit of making stuff when you're a bit idle. So when I wake up, I'm like, what am I thinking about today? What am I trying to create? And for me, I've got 2 projects. I've got remodeling part of my house, so it's a visual, creative thing that gets me going into the writing, to get back into our characters for our story. So what's yours? Like, what are you thinking about? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I am actively looking for a story to direct.
What about Skipping Stones?
Skipping Stones is still, in my brain. I have. Hi guys.
No, I'm still listening to you. You do that. I'm going to do this. I'm multitasking. We love you, Valeska. I'm the alpha.
There's a lot of. I was thinking about this last night.
Sorry.
Remember when I did? No, but remember when I did? I did you in that.
Yeah, that was in New Jersey, wasn't it?
I think we were in Jersey. Jersey.
I
am. There's actually a lot of things. I think I'm pausing because, when we work on something, I think everybody can relate to this. There are things that we, like when the intentions are so clear, when the desire is so clear, but we are still formulating and we're still figuring out and we're still, putting words to it and putting action to it. And so there's a lot of that right now, which I'm really excited about. I saw some friends last night and, just incredible fucking conversations. And we watched Mother, and then that led to more incredible conversations. Aronofsky is an artist that, I aspire to have a similar voice and to do the same project. I think he's incredible. So that led into a whole bunch of other conversations with this group of people, and there's some exciting things that I think that are going to come out of that. But nothing like, and I might start another show.
Acting?
Yeah. I just found out yesterday. So
what do you mean might?
Well, we'll figure it out. There's
You have an offer?
Yes.
What is it?
Well, let's talk. Is another show that I think will be fun, and I'll just do like a few bits on it, but we'll talk about that later.
Did you put it on tape or did you go in?
Can we stop?
I need to know more than that.
So there's a lot, but it's all exciting. I do wake up every day and I want to sort of like, I usually just want to roll over and shake you and be like. But the first problem is you're not there. You're usually in your own bed. But that's definitely. And then I don't want to be too, aggressive with like, where's it at? Where are we at? What's going on? But
that is too much pressure on yourself.
Well, on you, like, because I want.
Oh,
that
you mean
done.
yes? Oh, I
You know
understand.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely, like you said, what's on our brain when we wake up in the morning, and that is definitely one of them. You know, because I want us to work together again. B, I just want you to finish it because I think that we all have such fucking issues finishing our shit because we put up these blocks ourselves. We say that it's like, it's time or it's sleep or I'm too busy doing this. We have all these wonderful excuses and they're usually external and it's everything else, but really it's just ourselves that are blocking.
A lot of you are artists out there. We see a lot of your art. I know you write fan fiction. A lot of you are writers, filmmakers, and have a lot of trouble getting things going, and we do too. And one of the things that's helpful for me is I get incapacitated by the abundance of choice. You have every possible direction, every speed, every angle, all available, and it's impossible to just pick a path. And you need to start eliminating.
It's not impossible to just
It isn't impossible, but here's how in the moment it's overwhelming. So you have to begin to pick one course at a time and eliminate the things that are completely wrong and just narrow it down and then start making a series of decisions one by one. And then you have to kill your darlings and say, this is not it, it's gone forever, and not ruminate around that. I like the idea of a sphere. And if you're at the point of a sphere, you can go from the center to any direction on the outside of the sphere. So that's an infinite tangent directory. So if you can narrow those down and pick one, you'll start to get a path. And that's what's helpful for me. Maybe it'll be helpful for you guys.
Have you done that?
Yes, I'm doing it now. And so the most interesting thing about what I'm doing for it is it's all character based. It's who the characters themselves are, and I'm not so concerned about the world and what happens or what might happen, because once the people are defined, it'll be so obvious what they would do next. And it'll make sense. I was going about it a bit backwards and trying to sort of almost make the plot first and then fill it in with interesting characters, but then they would conflict, and I'd be like, well, that really, if this has to happen, this person, it doesn't make sense that they're in the same world. So I'm taking that world out and making the people.
But what if while you're telling it, this person over here tells you or informs you that because you're saying this thing over here has to happen. So now, what if this person at some point tells you differently?
That's what then I say exactly. Then this thing doesn't have to happen anymore.
Okay.
It's about the base of the character, the core, and then you lay the other stuff on. I'm telling you, this is a process. Some people make it look easy.
I don't think it is. I think even the ones that make it look easy, it's still not easy for them, right? If it is good art.
If it is good, but no great artist will tell you it was super difficult. They'll just say, yeah, this is just kind of what I do. And you're like, really?
After Mother last night, there was an interview, an ArcLight interview with Darren Aronofsky.
He's the director and the writer of This Way.
Of Mother, Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem and Harris and Michelle Pfeiffer and Kristen.
It's a thriller, right? Psychological.
It is
thriller.
a psychological. It's brilliant. It really is. And what is being said, and you are actively observing and watching, and I think, if you haven't seen the movie yet, or you're going to see it again, or you're just going to go and see it, I think there's something very, very valuable in while you are figuring out what is actually being said. Put yourself in it. What's your involvement in that actual
as an audience member.
As a human being. This is a movie that I believe is making a huge and very poignant fucking statement on the human condition and our world.
Interesting.
And that is what I also think good art is supposed to do. When we look at a painting, when we listen to a song, when we look at a sculpture, when we see a dance, a movie, all art, a play, I think is supposed to make us look at a bigger sort of...
Wasn't that what...
And what we are.
What it is a art, if you will. I have issues with this word art lately, too. We can talk about that.
Oh, but wait, before we get I know that, because I'll forget. You know that I forget. That at the end of the interview, one of the things that Dan said about writing was that, he was asked about characters and his understanding of them, and he ultimately said, listen, every character I write is a bit of me. It's all, there's me in everyone. There's me in all of them. And I think that's one person, an artist, who is saying there's me, and this isn't the only person that says it, there's me in everything. There's a bit of me in every one of these characters. That to me is there is a bit of us. That's the thing
Can
about
I
human
take it
condition.
even
We are
farther?
all like, you know, regardless of our race, our sexuality, our situation, our circumstances, our any of those things, our jobs, we are all have, I think, something in common, and I think art, good art.
Sure.
for example.
So to go take that even farther, for me, my worlds that I imagine in characters, not only that are they parts of me, they have to be, but they are the bests of me are the heroes, and the worsts of me are the villains. So it's me personified in the whole rainbow.
Oh, that's
the best and the
interesting.
worst I can.
The best of you are the heroes, and the worst of you.
Yeah,
are the
it's
villains.
not just I kind of do that sometimes. I will sit and think about the most deplorable parts of my psyche and my being and my instinct and just the awfulness, and sit with it. Be like, God, that's awful. Let me make that character and assign him, because I know that person within me. And then let me think about the greatest parts, and that will become. And then across the spectrum, you'll have all of your people. So for me,
Yes.
And
I
then
think that there's potentially danger there in you judging your own.
I don't.
bad
That's the
things.
thing. I don't judge him. I go if I develop it.
As long as you're not judging it. And
No.
and I also think there's something interesting to look at. You know, you say that your bad qualities go to this. It's like, but you're a good person.
Right, I can definitely separate
So then,
the two.
So then I think good people carry bad qualities
Absolutely.
as well. As bad people carry good. That's the
For
thing
sure.
about the human. You know, I think we all want to so badly separate and put everybody into you're over there, you're over there, you're over there, and these are my things, those are your things, those are yours. You know, I don't know anything of any of that, but that's not the case. I think good people carry bad qualities, and bad people carry good qualities. Woo, wow.
I have been thinking lately,
You have?
nonstop, can't turn it off. And I'm going to say this, I don't know if anyone will agree with me. I don't believe anyone should try to create art. I think what you should do is create a mirror of life that you see, your impression of it, be it painting, song, dance, film. You should do your work, and you should mirror it and say like a diorama. I want to show you a bit of life still. And I think you should let other people see it and go, that's art. And that's the best compliment anyone could ever give you. But to say, for me, I just find it egotistical to say, I know I don't consider myself an artist. I think that's just so vain and so much. I think if you're a maker, Michelangelo wouldn't have said, I'm an artist. He says, I sculpt life. I sculpt what I see. And the best I can do is get maybe even with what I see in the natural world. And if I get close enough, someone else might see it and go, that's art. But we get caught up in this idea of being an artist, and I think it's a little bit bullshit. If you just try to, life imitates art, art imitates life, and if you make a mirror of life well enough, people will see it, respond, and go, that is something, and I think it's art. I don't think you should call your own work art. I think it's just a wrong aspect. So what I've been thinking about lately, I'm not positive, it's a theory, it's a working theory, it's in progress, it's accurate, but you can debate it if you like.
Yeah. I've been thinking about this every day. It's spot on.
I've been thinking about this for a couple of months now. Can we talk about continual?
What? Oh my God, I thought about that last night before I
Great.
went to bed as well. Yes. Can we first just, I'm so glad because I swear to God.
We
I thought
share
about-
the same brain.
We do. We share
Abby?
the same brain.
Abby who? Abby normal? You put an abnormal brain in an 800-pound gorilla? Yes. Sorry. Young Frankenstein. Mel Brooks. It's hot in here.
Is it really? That was a really great episode last week.
Hey, thanks.
Can we talk? We can talk about it because it's
Yeah, it's
aired.
already been on TV.
So if you missed
6/17.
if you missed it, turn the volume off.
I think you can. Yes, turn the volume off.
Turn the volume off.
Go
Is your
ahead.
volume down? Okay, now you won't know what goes on. When you pulled the gun and shot Scott, no, I'm just kidding.
When Scott's head was in your hand.
It was just my mouth. This whole spoiler. Me think Peter wants to just, he just doesn't want any. Why would you not want her to know that you care about her, Malia? Why would it be so horrible for anybody to know that there's a heart beating inside of fucking Peter.
So for Peter, who is truly...
It's a great moment in the car with you and her. And
yeah, with the flashback.
Posey was driving away. And
yes.
The whole flashback.
Don't fall in love with the dead. Peter is a sentient being, truly, which means he's capable of feeling and has life. And he is not a complete psychopath. And it's a vulnerable place to have those feelings. And it's a place where he feels like he can get hurt just like everybody else and feel pain. So he doesn't want, especially his daughter, to know that he's capable of that. So he always just sort of plays the hard ass.
Well, can I give Peter a little piece of fucking advice? It's hard for your daughter to know that if she doesn't see you, by example. Like, you have to show and teach sometimes by, not just your strong hand, but by showing her.
Okay.
Are you going to call Jeff right now?
I'm going to call
We
Shelly.
might have to reshoot some stuff.
I'm going to FaceTime Shelly and I'm going to tell her.
FaceTime her right now. She's in New York.
Is she really?
Yes, she is.
If we can get her, that would be really funny since you just...
If it was coming from my phone, she'd answer.
Well, let's see. Is it ringing?
Wait, no, because she might answer like in the bathtub or something. Don't put it.
No, she wouldn't.
She would if it was me calling. She's in the bathtub.
Oh
Hi.
my God.
Hi.
Okay, so before
Listen.
you say anything,
Put your clothes on.
JR and I
You should be naked.
we're FaceTiming. We're FaceTiming live with the world that's in front of us, and
We want to introduce you.
no. So, but I have to tell you.
Wait. First of all.
Wait, no. This is very important.
But let's just introduce her because people may not know who she is. This is Shelly.
What did I win?
I wanted you to know that Peter loves you, and he cares about you. What'd she go?
We're talking about last week's episode, and that Peter loves Malia. Poor connection. She just like ducked into a.
Thank you guys for the heads up that this was live.
I just told you that.
It's loud. What if I had music on?
That's what I said. You'd probably be naked. I said if it was coming from my phone.
I normally am.
I said if I called you from my phone that you'd answer naked or in the bathtub.
Can you guys even hear her?
Can you guys hear her?
Barely.
All right. I just JR mentioned that I didn't give you enough love, so I wanted to call and give you some love. That's it.
I meant Malia.
Oh, Malia?
Yes, Malia.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I guess why I kept calling you Peter. Peter doesn't tell Malia.
Guys, I'm in public. You're embarrassing me.
We will embarrass you wherever we want.
Are you in New York?
She is. I'll see you soon.
Okay, I love you.
I'll see you soon.
I love you guys.
Bye.
Hey, did you hear me?
Bye. Love you, live people.
Shelly, I'll see you soon.
Why are you going to New York?
I'm going to pop over to New York. I'll
What
see
are
you
you
soon.
doing and popping over to New York?
Say goodbye to everybody.
Mwah.
What are you doing in New York? What do you mean pop over to New York?
Because I'm probably going to be in Toronto. And Toronto and New
what?
York are very close. Let's answer some questions.
Oh my God! What's in Toronto?
My family.
Oh wait, so on that, so finishing up Teen Wolf, there's a live double episode tomorrow night.
It is?
2 parts.
What?
Yes, and I am taking over the Teen Wolf Instagram story tomorrow, so check that out.
You are?
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. You go to Toronto, I do my shit.
Was it just a straight offer?
I had to do some negotiating. Can I use my phone at least? They're like, no, don't post on the main page, but you can do the story.
Wait, so tomorrow is 18 and 19.
Tomorrow is 18 and 19, the last 2 episodes. I'll be in them. At least one of them, I think.
I thought last week was really good. You did a great job.
Thank you.
You're an arrogant little fuck. You've really grown into quite the arrogant little prick, haven't you? But I see beyond it. Me and Argent.
I think
Shelley
Shelly was
anything.
mad that we put her on live.
Oh God, no. Shelly? No. No. If it was somebody else, they would have just hung up right away as soon as we said live.
That's true.
Click.
I hope you guys could hear her. I don't know how good the microphone is on that.
Did you have?
Let's answer some questions.
Did have fun during the last episodes we did? The last episodes were. The whole last thing was amazing. The last episode was.
Mostly we were shooting at night at downtown, and there was like lots of gunfire. You know, they were shooting blanks and all these. There's so much dynamic stuff happening, and you know, it was a very cool atmosphere. It was a abandoned part of town, and so it was just sort of eerie and neat. And
It's
we
great.
were, Yeah, it was really cool.
And we were all there.
Yeah, and I think
Everybody was there.
We were all there.
And it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. We did hear no worries. Okay, good. We could hear her indeed. Awesome. Who decided to make a reference to Toulouse in the last episode? Huh?
Toulouse? Oh yeah, I remember watching that. It was something that Charlie said. That would have been
with him and Carlton.
Yeah, it's just a really popular big town in France, and so they just wrote that in the script. And also, all of the Airbus aircraft are manufactured in Toulouse. Another interesting point. You know the big nice ones, the A380. They make them there.
When we travel to do stuff, to meet you guys around the world, he is like, I just step back because he's like the size of the plane, the type of the plane, the make of the plane, the configuration, everything. Is it this airline, this airline, this airline? Yeah. And I just step back and let you do it because, it's always going to end up being good. The number one Bowen squad loves you guys.
Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it.
Or is it the #1 Bowen? Ian, will you come back to the London Comic Con in October?
This October I've got to work, so I don't think I can make it. But I will be in Australia. If anybody's watching from Australia, Brisbane and Sydney, the weekend, 1 week from today, I'll be in Brisbane, and the following weekend I'll be in Sydney. So if you guys are nearby, check it out.
I'm doing Australia for the first time.
Have you ever been?
Never.
Oh, you won't come back.
And when I was doing Stargate, many sun and moons ago, I'd been asked a couple times to go to Australia for Stargate.
You should go.
I wasn't able to go.
It's a great time.
I'm going to go in March.
Isn't Heckman going?
And Holland.
Holland's going.
I think next March, and I think I'm doing 4 cities. 4 places.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, so next March, the 24th, 25th, I don't know. We'll get the dates. But I'm very excited. 4 places in Australia, and I hope that you'll be there.
It's unlikely.
Oh, wow, that was a quick answer. Please tell me that you'll survive in the last episode. Who, him or me? Him or me? Him?
What if?
Him?
So we had this fantasy once that we were writing the final episode, and Peter and Chris Argent start fighting, and it becomes, it's a gunfight, and then it's a knife fight, and then they start literally ninja fight, and they start beating each other, and then it's right here, and then they literally one shoots and one stabs, and they die together.
We had this conversation.
Don't you remember this?
No, where was I? I was having the conversation with you. No, I think you were having this with somebody else.
And then we died in one another's arms, like Scott and Alice.
We never.
Romeo and Juliet died together.
We never had this dream.
Didn't we?
No, this dream, this conversation. But it would have been good. Somebody else, not me. That's so dramatic. I don't know what that means. Do you have scenes with Colton in 6B finale? I do not. Do you?
I don't know. No, I don't have scenes with Colton.
I gotta post that fucking text exchange between you and I when we were up at when I was.
Oh.
I got it.
You should do that.
I was up at Cole and Jeff's place for Jeff's birthday, and Holland was there, and Heck and Ian was in Utah shooting, but there was this little text exchange that went down between he and I. It's fucking brilliant. I gotta post it. Somebody remind me to post it. How romantic. Oh, yeah, we got it romantic. Hi guys, miss you. Hi guys, miss you. Love you. Missed you at the WolfCon.
The comments go by so fast that it's really, and they won't stop. So we try to snatch a question. But
Ian, you look beautiful today.
Oh, thank you. I wore a blue shirt.
Yeah.
To bring out JR's eyes.
I'm not wearing any underwear to bring out yours.
Oh, good. That's good. You got blue balls. You know, like the death stones in Game of Thrones, when you die, they put this stone, you put your nuts on your eyes, and it will look like...
He had blue eyes and he had blue balls. Are you guys going to London anytime soon?
No, maybe over the new year, on the way to where we might have a convention in January. Which
What?
Oh, how's Toronto?
I would like to do it. I love London. If you're working on a convention in London,
It's not in London. I said on the way to somewhere possibly. We'll see.
am I a part of it?
Oh yes.
Am I?
Oh yes.
Am I
But
really?
you don't know about it yet.
Who are you doing this with?
I forgot.
Why would you
Tell me
not
about Toronto. Why are you going to New York? What's the job all about? What are you doing? Why can't you announce it?
Because we're still working on some stuff.
What on what? Is it a done deal or not? Well, neither's my thing. So let's move on. Two can play this game. But it's going to happen.
Well, we'll see.
Well, I'm in the same position. We're still negotiating the deal. I'll tell you about it when it's done. You can't announce anything.
Hi guys. Hey, Ian, you're starting to look like
Rat.
Wolverine.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to shave for this thing because the guy's like a cowboy and they don't, they don't trim their beards or whatever, and so it's just, I'm just dealing with it.
Ian, what do you love more, pineapples or JR?
I love JR more than pineapples.
That's right.
But pineapples will save the world. A lot of comments from Russia, and I was thinking yesterday that Russia is obviously enormous. I think it's the largest land country in the world, or is China bigger? No, I think Russia's bigger than China. Anyway, a lot of fans there, and I've never been, and I would like to do a convention there to meet all of you guys, and I'm curious where would be the most central city for everybody that people could get to, and is anybody interested even in going? We do get a lot of fan mail from Russia, and we don't get to interact with anybody because we don't meet a lot of them. So anyway, think about that. If you're interested, tweet it, try to get something going, and we'll notice it. And then, promoters like to do cons, and I think Russia would be great.
Out of the Team Wolf, yes, I concur. Bailey asks, out of the Team Wolf cast, just figured out how to stop it, who are your favorite people to have scenes with? There is no one person out of the whole cast. I think we enjoy having scenes with.
Yeah, the few that we've had, it's always a hoot when we get to, we get to do scenes together. It's such a big cast. You really.
There are no favorites. Like there really isn't.
Touching it. No.
I loved when Dee and I did in first season, Dylan, and then later in seasons. I love working with everybody.
Absolutely. It's funny. There are people on the show that I haven't met. Right?
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Isn't that true? There are people that I'm like, I don't know you even and as I'm watching the TV, I'm like, I've never met that person.
Old Pora is asking, we are getting closer to your birthday, Ian, and also asked if you finished the script for JR yet.
No, I haven't finished it yet. My birthday's a week from tomorrow. Thanks, guys, for the wishes.
Sharon, Ian, I love the way you both laugh. Oh, that's very sweet. Thanks, Shabana. Susan asks, if a fairy would grant you a wish, what would you wish for?
Right this second, I wish that I could read, write, and speak every language that has ever been on Earth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great. That's really
Wouldn't that
cool.
be badass?
Read, write, and speak every language.
All the way back to Sumerian.
That's a great.
And
wait, how long have you thought about that? Did you just answer that on the spot, or have you given that some thought?
I'd thought about it before, but that's what just came to mind. I have others.
I know you did. One day.
I like wishes, and I'm waiting for you. Jeannie, if you're watching, call me.
Jeannie, you're going to get a call from Jeannie. My wish would be, grant me a wish. Mine would be, God, now I want that one. That's really freaking cool.
I have another one for you.
Mine's always that I want to fly. What?
I'll tell you later. Tell me about Toronto. Toronto and New York.
When
are you going?
Coming to the Netherlands soon?
We just got back from the Netherlands.
I wasn't there.
I just got back from the
I
Netherlands.
did not get back from the Netherlands.
You had something else to do.
I was shooting something else, and then you still went without me. Yeah. Rachel says, I love you in all capitals. Rachel Parker, we love you too,
I'll be
Rachel.
back in all caps.
Yeah, that's right. I'm on
Underline,
all caps and underline,
Apple B,
bold,
Apple
italicized. I'm going to make it red.
Font point up to 27.
I maybe go 29. And then, Dieter says, come back. Oh, I lost hers.
I saw it last night.
Who's the biggest prankster on set? Probably the boys. Posey.
Posey's settled down. It used to be Jill.
And
then Hecklin likes to do weird games that were uncomfortable, like beating people, slapping, assault.
That Shabana wants to know, why can't we have anyone would peter on the show, like in a relationship. You know what I mean?
It's not necessary to the story. It would just be extra time used that is not important, really, I think.
Hi from Romania. Hi Zanada.
Romania.
Zanada. Louise says, I love you both. You're amazing. That's very sweet. Thank you. Happy early birthday, Ian.
Thank you very much.
When will you, Rebecca wants to know, when will you come to Brazil? I'd like to know that
So
too.
I will say about Brazil, Holland and I went to a convention there in March or April, just the two of us, and we had a really good time, and the promoters were fantastic, and I think you guys did too, and I believe that they want to do it again. And
did you tell them to invite me?
Yes, I would tell them to invite you. So we would like to come back next spring. Had a blast.
When did you last talk to Tyler Eklund?
I shit texted him yesterday. I was upset with him. So him and his brother are baseball players. They're really good.
Shit text.
And I play softball, and we always have like we're one or two guys short. So every Saturday I call him like, hey guys, you want to come for softball over the weekend? Like Thursday, Friday, I'll call. And neither one of those two fuckers ever text me back. Like they just ignore it. It's so infuriating. And finally I'm like, you guys suck. You didn't fucking return text message. And they're like, sorry, we're busy doing something else. I'm like, then just tell me that.
Okay, I'm busy doing something.
So anyway, you're on
When
my
you said-
shit list.
When you said shit texting,
yeah, like you're a dick.
yeah, that's not what I thought. I thought that, well,
Texting poop.
I don't know.
Poop
This doesn't
emoji?
make sense, but I think butt texting. So like maybe when you were taking a dump, you were texting. Can you both wish Avery and happy 18th birthday today, Vanessa?
Happy birthday
To
I'm not
you.
doing the whole thing. Happy birthday, Avery.
Happy birthday, Avery. Can you tell us about the finale? Yes, everybody dies. Every single person.
We don't die inside. We die on the outside. The inside lives forever. On Golden Palm. With Catherine Hepburn. And balloons.
No, we're not going to tell you anything about the final episode. Not a cut in pickin' thing.
No.
Although that it's good, and it's heartbreaking, and it's awesome, and it's amazing, and it's great, and it's fun, and it's sad, and it's
Yeah.
everything.
It's complete.
It's complete, and we're all naked in it too, which I thought was a weird choice, but now that I look back at it, I think it's going to be really nice.
I think it plays really well.
Poignant. Really don't want Teen Wolf to end. Well, too bad, because it is.
Just boycott all other shows and watch reruns. And send Joe Janier, I don't know, what's like a thing that they could send the production office like millions of?
Production
What would Joe
office,
hate to throw away?
There isn't there anymore, the production office.
No, to his house.
Oh,
Just
there's
kidding.
that.
Don't send Joe anything.
Who is your biggest inspiration? Hannah wants to know. Love you guys so much. You're amazing. Who's your biggest inspiration?
My
right
biggest inspiration. Oh God, it's so many categories. Wow.
now? Who's your biggest inspiration right now?
I mean, for me, it would be honestly, it's Taylor Sheridan and watching the creation that writer has taken from thought inception in his brain to paper to film, and I go, that's possible. It makes me think that things are possible, and that's what makes me get out of bed. So that writer director is inspiring at the moment. How about you?
There is. I don't have just one person. When I think about it, there's a list.
It's me.
There's you. And then you are tied with that chair over there. You're
Well, no,
very
I gave you
inspiring.
a photo shoot the other day that you were surprised that you came home to the other day. Isn't that
That was
inspiring?
awesome. That was pretty funny.
Jared and I met at an audition that we didn't. Very rarely you run into your friends at auditions. And I was outside waiting, and he pulls up on his little motorcycle with his little gloves and his shirt and his helmet, and he was like, "Whatever, I'm cool." And I was like, "Oh fuck, god damn it." So anyway, I go in and I read and do my thing, and he's like, "Wait for me, because we can have a catch up." So he leaves his hat, and his glasses,
My hat.
and his helmet, and his gloves, and his phone. And so I'm waiting. I'm like, I'm bored of waiting. So I go outside and I did like a selfie photo shoot
I
on his
mean,
phone.
like
I posted
40
one. My last picture on Instagram, like the goofy one with the tire on my neck. That was
Oh
it.
yeah.
So but I literally took like 40 or 50 pictures.
And I
of
didn't
my-
find it till the next day.
Yeah, that was the best part.
It wasn't until like the next morning I went in to
Did you
my
know when someone's phone
photos.
is locked, you can still take pictures?
I went to do the photos and I was like, what is that? And it was just like, because you know it comes up and it says, and it shows the most recent one on the you know when you're looking at that page
The
of my
thumbnail.
phone, maybe the thumbnail. So it's a picture of you and I was like, And then I opened it and it just was like 40 fucking pictures. With the helmet on, helmet off, helmet like this, looking up to the sky, looking at his watch, like just a full
I want to
fashion
look at
shoot.
them. I didn't see them because
On that phone.
I couldn't open them. But
Freaking hilarious. I'm inspired. There are a number of people. Elgin James is a huge source of inspiration to me. You know, I met with a friend of mine, Devin Gray, who's a writer. He massively inspired me. My friend Joe Furr, I have conversations with him. I'm inspired. Elise, Michelle, there's you. I'm inspired by conversations. I'm inspired by things, outcomes. Yeah, there's a lot right now. I feel like I'm massively, and I just kind of am desiring it all. I'm wanting it all.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a great question. And
let's do one or two more, and then I have to skip
Yes.
because the time is getting.
Hi from India. Any upcoming
Hi.
projects you guys like?
I'll tell you,
Vigilant, Hero.
On that note, so
The Mesh.
I am trying to do a small part. So my friend Salman Khan is he is a film actor in India. You probably know who he is, and he's asking me always to come out and do stuff with him. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get back to India. We did a film called Marigold years ago, and I want to come out. Yeah, I want to come out and work with him.
Am I coming with you?
Have you ever been to India?
No, I would
You
love
not
to.
do well there. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
The water is not up to your standards.
Oh, I'll bring.
So yeah, I would very much like to go and work in India, and I would get my Bollywood dancing, my dance moves on. That's the beginning.
Is it? Though?
It's cool. I'm telling you, I
Is it?
love Bollywood movies. Their stories are so pure
Yeah.
that you're just like, and they're so just like infectiously adorable.
I watched.
I love them.
I love the Bollywood dance numbers on So You Think You Can Dance. That fucking show is brilliant.
You know,
Man. It's like watching. It's just like watching an amazing, a brilliant frickin' scene, like a performance that they're so engaged and so talented.
Did you know Gilles did
Stories.
Dancing with the Stars?
Did he really?
I think he won the goddamn thing.
When?
Or was like second. I think Gilles won Dancing with the Stars. Or he got like a perfect score or something. I don't know.
Wow.
Our buddy that we do the life ride with. He was also on Teen Wolf.
Yeah, he
Gilles
did
Reedy.
Rose and did the life right with us.
You did Dancing with the Stars?
Did he really?
It's a thing. Like
My
people.
friend, Niall DeMarco, who is another source of inspiration for me right now. He's deaf and a spokesperson and doing a tremendous amount for the deaf community, and I'm trying to learn a little bit of, sign language.
That's great. That's
He
really
won,
good.
so I think he won Dancing with the Stars. He's also an incredibly inspiring. Okay, let's two more quickly.
No, one more.
One more. What was
Thank you.
thinking? How old were you when you started acting? Patty wants to ask. Just do that.
13 when I got my first job. I had one line.
Started acting. I did a show when I was like 9 or 10, and then not till much later again. So yeah, pretty young.
Awesome. I love you guys.
We
We love you guys. We don't get to hang out enough. We love each other, and we always want to celebrate our friendship with you and laugh and have fun. And thanks for joining us again on our 200th episode. Tune in next time for our 344th episode.
Yeah, which maybe might be next weekend.
It's probably going to be next.
I think, and then the following weekend. God,
No, I
think we
leave-
get 1,000.
Yeah, I'll leave on Wednesday for Australia, but I'll be back in 3 weeks.
Good Lord.
Good
I think we should also maybe talk about maybe considering having a guest on the next one.
Do you have someone in mind?
I always have someone.
Okay, let's do that.
Do you guys like that idea of us maybe having a guest? Do you like it?
We said we weren't going to do that.
Oh, we did say that.
No, we said we wouldn't have.
Right. Okay. No, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so
Yeah.
each day we get to choose a guest. We just switch off.
We can do that.
We'll talk about
We
it.
will
We
talk
have lots to
about
talk
this.
about in private now. We
But
love you guys.
We love you guys. Amazing. Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye.